So as you guys know, I went to Knoxville, Tennessee with Dodge, and I got a chance to drive the Dodge Charger Sixpack. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now a couple of keywords that I would describe that car. It's almost perfect, it's very predictable, and it's very easy. And I'm gonna answer a couple questions in this video about the performance of it, because I know everybody wanna know the performance of the stuff, how it drives. So I'll answer that in this video, because I think this car is literally gonna be a double-headed monster. Something that you can take to the drag strip, or something that you can go and take on a track. So let's talk about the Dodge Charger Sixpack cars and whether or not this is something you should drive. And is this car a worthy successor and something you should consider jumping from your 5.7, your 392 into this car? And I'm basically gonna tell you the answer to that basically right now.
You just beat Racer X's time, 797. Good job, dude.
Okay, my over 54,000 friends and the 56% of you guys who watch these videos but have not subscribed to the channel yet, let's go ahead and get right into this video, because I love to thank Dodge for sending me out to this event and stuff. I initially thought I wasn't gonna get invited, but my my invitations got literally lost in the emails. But Dodge gave me all these, you know, they gave everybody these little booklets and stuff, tell you all the performance of the cars and most horsepower under this segment, most horsepower under that. There's a lot of pages and stuff in there that I'm not really gonna talk about, because you probably already seen it about 30 times before. And I want to basically get down to the raw driving of this car, because I have to say, this car is very, very impressive. And if you're somebody who has 392, has an RT, your car is basically obsolete. I mean, regardless, if you just get past the part, this car does not have a 5.7 or 392 in there, this car will literally beat any one of those cars. So RT destroyed. A 392, you're getting walked. A Hellcat, they'll catch you off guard a couple times. You're not gonna win every single time against this car. The all-wheel drive system in this vehicle is definitely bar none. I have not seen a single person say anything about it not working in the car or anybody's car breaking down at the event. And let's just say we were trying to actually push his car to the limits. Like, even me, myself personally, I wasn't trying to break the car, but I was like, let me try this car in manual mode, and I'm literally driving the Dragon, manually shifting the car, and did not skip a beat. And it shifts pretty damn fast, if I gotta be totally honest, because our cars, you shift, you're like on 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, then it shifts. This car, as soon as you shift, bam, it shifts. Bam, it shifts. Bam, it shifts. So even just using the paddle shifters, it's just a dramatic difference. This transmission that's in that car is way faster than our previous cars. And you can tell when it's even auto mode, when it's shifting gears, it's immediate. Boom, 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 boom. It's always hitting, then skipping the gears and stuff. The only real problem with the car is when you're just doing that initial launch. You got that little delay because you got a little bit of turbo lag in there, but once you get past that crap, you're just smoking everything. Like, you're always moving. And you can tell this engine has plenty of power and stuff. I think that with this car, once it has a little bit more horsepower and stuff, then it'll be perfect. It's almost perfect, but hey, it literally has full 500 horsepower in a almost 5,000 pound car. I think like 4,800 pounds. So it's almost perfect in the terms that with just 550 horsepower, it's going to embarrass a lot of the previous generation cars. There's a lot of technology in the car. There's a lot of safety stuff in the car to make it very user-friendly and stuff. Like, you can literally go buy, not too many people can go buy a Scat Pack and let their wife drive the Scat Pack, and they'll be worried that she might put your car through a wall. This car has all kinds of stuff and safety stuff, and it's just so well balanced that you never really got to worry about spinning out in this car. And like, we did the Tail of the Dragon event, and Dodge basically set this event up perfectly in Knoxville. We basically got in, got all the stats about the car and stuff, and then we did the Tail of the Dragon, which you would never see them do an event like that with Challengers and Chargers. And then we did a event at the drag strip, and there's some people who did the little drift event and stuff. We didn't get a chance to do that because we ran out of time. But Dodge basically showed that this car is essentially a double-headed monster. This car definitely has a lot of DNA from Europeans in it, because it handles damn near perfectly. I mean, we was going through the Dragon and stuff. I had to turn my camera off because I was dumb enough not to take my sticky mount and stuff on the Dragon stuff, so I didn't have too much driver footage there. But I know the next time exactly what to do. I'm gonna get like a whole little setup, nice. Next time I do like a driving event, trust me, it's gonna be perfect. But they basically had it where like, man, like this car, you can get in the curves pretty nicely and stuff. And then me driving manual mode, I'm keeping the RPMs to a point where I'm always in boost. So I'm like literally second gear the whole time, going slow, and I'm going to a curve, then I downshift again, I'm in third gear, and next time I'm in third gear, downshift again, get to a curve, and it's like this car keeps on pushing it. And it's like, it's pretty much well balanced. You put a Hemi in there, it's gonna get a lot more saucy and stuff, but hey, with the all-wheel drive system, it's pretty stable. Like, we was pushing the car so hard, I even threw up when I got in the car. Look, I did not throw up in the car and stuff. But I mean, I'm pushing the car, and then we got y'all a little meeting event, a meeting location at the end of the Dragon. And I literally got out the car, started walking around, and then blah, and I was done for. And so they gave me a sticker, Dodge playing jokes with me, telling me I survived the Dragon and stuff. Like, I literally survived the Dragon, right? I left my DNA all over the Dragon. Thankfully, thanks for Dodge for buying me some Dramamine. And then I know me and OC Motivator, we was feeling a little lightheaded and sick and stuff. So me and him took some Dramamine, so we was fine for the rest of the actual event, and we was getting it pretty nicely. And we was like, we got some, I know some other guys got some pretty good shots of the four of us in like orange Charger Sixpacks. We were all going down the hill at the same time. So that was pretty cool to see all those orange Chargers in the line. We didn't get a chance to do the actual drift event, go around drifting and stuff. I seen other guys do it, and it looked so easy for them to do it. And then we went to the actual drag strip. Everybody was laying down very consistent times. Like, everybody was getting like times in the 7.9s. I know I got like a 7.93, a 7.95. I think I got like a 7.97, somewhere around there. So I was legit 7.9s in the 8th mile. So this car would run very consistent times. And it was like, we wasn't using all different cars. We were using only 2 or 3 cars that they had sitting there. So they had these cars that was literally being used by journalists every single day. And we were like the last group on freaking Thursday. So for 4 days straight, these same cars were getting beat on non-stop. And as far as we know, none of them broke from what we were talking to people about, right? So this car, to me, it's like a double-headed monster. It can go do a handling, and you can go do a track event. And this big, heavy, huge car, you can do a track event in it. It's very, very nimble and precise. And then on another weekend, you're gonna do a drag event. So this car definitely has a lot of capability, a lot of potential, and to me, it's almost near perfect. Okay, I know some of you guys were like, you know, you hate the Hurricane, but I do gotta say, Dodge did make a hell of an improvement on it from roadkill nights. Because at roadkill nights, everybody knows this car sounded horrible.
And one of these beasts in a place they were born to run. Because once you feel the power of a Dodge, you'll know that these streets belong to us.
It was like probably one of the worst sounding cars I ever heard in my life that a manufacturer came out with. And that was back in August. It literally sounded like 2 leaf blowers going around in a circle around Matt Mackler, the CEO of Dodge. It sounded like 2 leaf blowers. Now, they did that same event. I guarantee they did that same event. It would sound like 2 M5s going around in a circle with an inline 6 in there. Like, the new exhaust sound that this car has sounds like an M5. Even TK in video clips said this sounds like a M5 and giving him M5 vibes. Pretty cool that Dodge went from August, where his car sound horrible, to now the beginning of November. So basically like 2 months. This car sounds dramatically different. Like, these cars do not even sound nowhere remotely alike. And the beautiful thing is, it sounds only gonna get better because they've already went and approached companies like Borla, Magnaflow, and so they're gonna be even better exhaust systems for this kit from either the aftermarket, or they might make their own, I guess, Mopar version of it. That's something you can order with your actual car when you actually get it. So this car is definitely, to me, almost perfect. And like I said in earlier, a few keywords, it's very precise. It's very predictable. You know exactly what the car is gonna do. It's not gonna go spin out and do something stupid. You know exactly what it's gonna do. It's very precise, very predictable, and it's very damn quick. And there's a ton of technology in there that just outshines all our previous cars. Like the radios in those cars, they work a lot faster than our old cars do. And so I'm just saying, man, if you're somebody who has a 5.7, has a 392, this car is definitely an upgrade to go and take a test drive. Like, go and jump in one and go see how it is. I mean, like, when you start seeing these cars show up around the streets and stuff, if you own one of the older cars, don't try to drive it. Don't try to embarrass it, because you will get walked. I'm just telling you, you will get walked in one of these cars. I mean, maybe an RT version you might be able to beat up on, but you're not gonna beat up on that Scat Pack version. No, that Scat Pack version, the only thing we're gonna beat it is a Hellcat. You slip around in a Hellcat, you're done. So I'm just saying, but I mean, like I said, so me personally, would I buy the car? No, I wouldn't buy the car, just for the fact that I am the type of person, I always want to buy the highest spec version of a car. I mean, I had the highest spec version of a Dodge Challenger, which is a D170. Back in 2024, the highest spec version of a Corvette was a Z06. So we all know that the Sixpack is only the starting level and stuff, right? And look at it like this too. Matt McAleer, the CEO of Dodge, he told us that this right here is just year one. And if history is any indication, they are going to put more and powerful engines in these cars. Would there be like any more budget-friendly Chargers? Like maybe like a Pentastar or something like that, and in the future to kind of like bring that cost down? I think the cheapest Hurricane Charger was 45 around there. I can't remember exactly the price was.
Yeah, we just the 49995.
Yeah,
so 420 horsepower. So that is the most horsepower standard across the board of any muscle car. We've got the 550, which is the most horsepower available in the industry under 55. As far as what's next, if you look at, we're less than a year into this car.
Yeah.
And we've already got 670 horsepower, 550, 420, two-door, four-door. We'll have a lot going on that we're looking to ramp up on.
Okay.
But we're just getting started. And if you go back, and I always say, if history repeats itself, if history is any indication of where you're going, and you look at the last generation of cars, when we launched them, we had 3.5s and 6.1 liters, and then 3.6 liter, and 6.4 liter, and 6.2 liter, 6.2 liter high output, 6.2 liter, red eye high output, Demon 1.6. We're constantly evolving, but it's pushing performance to the next level. And having SRT back as a dedicated division now gives us one more arrow in the quiver to allow us to focus in on development. So, we hear you. Our showroom, we need to launch more affordable cars, and we can never do it as quick as you, the dealers, and the customers want, but we hear you, and we're working on it.
Okay. I heard this will be like a 700 horsepower Hurricane version and stuff, and I heard, and we all know they're gonna put a Hellcat in this car. So regardless of which path they go, this car is going to embarrass a lot of the cars, no matter which way it goes. Can you get over the fact that it's not sound like a Hemi and stuff, and you're gonna sound like a BMW? That's really the only thing that boils down to, because a BMW M5 is not that much smaller than this car. I think this car, the Dodge Charger Sixpack, like 206 inches overall. And I think a BMW M5 is like 200 inches overall. So you get about 5 extra inches on this car, the Sixpack version, of how big it is compared to a BMW M5. But I mean, it can literally embarrass a BMW. It's gonna really do that. I mean, so it's just, can you stand sitting in a car that sounds like a European car? I mean, it definitely has some European styling, some European touches on this stuff. And this is an all-around great car. And I'm saying this car here is almost perfect. So to me personally, would I go buy one? No. I mean, would I go buy an RT, maybe four-door version for my mother or somebody to drive? I mean, I would do that and stuff, because I think it's gonna be like a very cost-effective thing, because who knows who knows, Dodge may reintroduce power dollars again. And if you got like a 420 horsepower version of this car, maybe Dodge throws $4,000 off of this car. Maybe with a 550 horsepower version, it might throw $5,500 off this car to bring the price down some. So I would love to see Dodge bring power dollars back and stuff, and I can go buy a cheap spec version of a RT version. I think that'd be pretty cool. Something I can have my mother to drive, because she definitely needs another car eventually in the next year or two. So that's what I would do. But me, myself personally, for the type of cars that I drive, I think this car is gonna be perfect when it gets about 700 horsepower at least. You add a couple extra 100 horsepower in this car, and it's all-wheel drive, this car is going to eat. It is going to embarrass people. It's going to destroy people. There's a lot of potential in this new platform for them to make a monster. And it's almost perfect as it is right now as a six-pack. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. I've already made videos about this particular car, my driving experience with some of the raw clips and stuff. So I'm gonna link it at the end of this video. But let me know what you guys think about the six-pack cars. It is something that you guys are interested in, because I know some guys don't necessarily have SRT Hellcat money and stuff. But would you guys get over the fact this car does not have a Hemi in there, and consider buying it for all the technology it gives you, all the performance it gives you, and especially new styling, because not many people actually have these cars. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. If you want to check out the video that I made with all the raw clips from the event, and check this video right here. And until the next time, I'm out.